Hey everyone, I'm Muhammad Ragab. Thank you for choosing to watch this video. This is my very first video uploaded to this channel, the newly created one 3 days ago. I wanted to talk about a book I've read 2 years ago, and I've got 3 takeaways from it. Of course, it's not going to be exactly the same because the conditions or the situation are not similar at all. So let me dive in. Let me talk. Okay, my country took a step 6 years ago about devaluation the currency, the Egyptian pound. And this was almost the worst scenario that we could experience. Everything went up, the prices went up. Whatever you could think of, it just skyrocketed. Prices of the travel, the prices of the food, clothes, gas, whatever it is, whatever you could think, something you can buy, the prices went up. What happened before happened again this week, but the prices are not up yet. But it will happen. Gradually, it will happen. Everyone is talking crazy. My Egyptian people likes to talk, but also the Arabs. Everyone loves talking, being extroverted. So what they do is just sit in a group and have a complete discussion about what happened. And that angle is worsened whenever everyone's talking from their point of view, from their darkest point of view. They keep on talking for days, weeks, and even months. So they do not take a break from the talking at all. Most people do not take a break in order to step back and analyze what happened or even read about it. No, that doesn't happen at all. Minority do, but not most of the people. That is the prevailing talk. Everyone has a point of view. They just need to talk their mind. They don't want to do something else. Everyone's going to be projecting their worst case scenario that they could think of and just let it out. With days passing by and the talking's getting more and more loudly, it came to my mind the book that I've read before. I've read about 2 years ago, which is Man's Search for Meaning. If I do compare what happened in the past with what's happening on here in my country, it's not going to be fair because the conditions are completely different. The conditions that Victor went through, it's really soul-breaking ones, and I cannot apply what he experienced to my current world because it's completely different scenarios. But I've got 3 takeaways from it that I can apply to my life in my current situation with what's happening in my country economically, or even change my mindset a little. My 3 takeaways from the book is loss of confidence, the impact of trauma of a sudden incident. The second one, meaning. You're chasing a phantom when you do not have a meaning. The third one, make imagination alive. First one, the loss of confidence. November 2016. It was the first currency devaluation in the history, the kind of a steep one. Even if it was done before, the impact was so little that people couldn't even notice. Or when they do notice, they adjust themselves, they adjust their life according to that kind of devaluation. It wasn't one of a huge impact, not at all. But this one, 2016, was a really steep one. It really crippled everything. Producers, plants, retailers, traders, everything you could think of. It really crippled everything. They were paralyzed. Everyone I was talking to, there was a negativity, the loss of confidence. Black scenarios were projected everywhere. Everyone's going crazy. It's like we are already bankrupted. The impact was really huge since it's the first time, so the mind takes some time in order to adjust to what's happened to it, to what it experienced. I found negativity in the words, thoughts, sentences, whatever it is. There was black everywhere. It's like being the collapse of the country. It's not true, but what was true, it's the really sudden trauma that happened. The shock that people experienced or consumed was really mind-changing. It's first time for everything. I went digging outside my circle, outside what's not normal. I sought mental clarity, something to hold on to, instead of just losing myself in the traumatized sea of thoughts, which is really hard. I really searched for something that I can grab, hold on to. And that helped me to gain my sanity once more, as steps towards rapid recovery from the trauma by just one small habit, by reading, seeking what's not normal outside. The second one, meaning. You're chasing a phantom without having a meaning. When almost everyone rushed to their mouth to speak their mind, I didn't see meaning, didn't see something worth listening to, some sentence without any knowledge. As a human being, I tend to seek meaning in things. and search for them and have a thought about them which might help changing my way of thinking, having an impact on me. I've made a commitment to myself that I have to keep on reading because it really changed my mind. And it's been 2 months since I've made that commitment, and it made me not to rush to my mouth in order to speak. No, not at all. It made me feel like I'm a ship. I'm having an anchor down in the sea. I did find myself being developed. I've changed myself. I've changed the way that I talk. Before I started reading, I was rushing to my mouth like everyone else and speak their mind. But by the time I've kept on reading, that really changed. I do not rush to speak, but first I rush to my mind to think of what I'm going to say. And if it does make sense with what's happening, I'm reacting to it, it's really good. I've really changed. I'm not almost like everyone else. Reading books does give a meaning. Of course, the events Victor experienced, once more, it's different than what I'm experiencing in my country. But to reach that mindset, that changed mindset, to find meaning and make life meaningful, it's really rewarding. There is a quote that I really do like with all what's going on in the world. Just keep on going with a steady pace while everyone around is going crazy. And what I do mean by that, going crazy, there is a war going on in Ukraine, Russia invading Ukraine, the depreciation of the currency or the value of the currency. Investments are scarce. With all of that going around, just be calm. Go with steady pace with what you're doing, and mental clarity will reach you. With the third and the last point, make imagination alive. Some people tend to give up to the current situation and that's it. They being the prey to the predator. And I keep on hearing the same complaint, same words, same negativity from everyone. I don't encourage that. Do not be a prey. Just start to use your imagination. Whatever you have, whatever you like, just start chasing it by, of course, making a baby steps towards it, because you're not going to be perfect at it 100%. Think of it as a side hustle in order to give yourself meaning again and to come alive, something to offset that effect, something to keep your mind off of it for a while. Even if you did get back to the previous situation, at least you'll know there is something you can do in order to reverse that effect, and try implementing these. And that's it for my very first video. I will see you in another one. And if you do have comments or would like to have a discussion, please leave a comment. Thank you.